Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Welcome to the evening version, the Saturday night version of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will at 7:15 p.m. And I decided to arrive earlier today because there's a storm in Charlotte. I don't know how long the power is going to be on, so we're going to rock with this thing tonight to talk some Gamecocks all day long. You're not rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We talking about MiLaysia Fulwiley. MiLaysia Fulwiley, superstar in the making. MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to turn it out this upcoming season. She's going to have everybody talking about basketball greatness at the University of South Carolina. But they already know South Carolina's already great. They already know all these things. But when I hear about the best freshman, MiLaysia Fulwiley is not the first name to come out there, the folks' mouth. Not the second name, not the third name. We got to go through several players before we hear about MiLaysia Fulwiley. So we're going to revisit a couple of things. But before we get started on this thing, it is shot o'clock. On a Saturday night. We're drinking some Kentucky bourbon tonight. And let's get this thing started, get it crunk. And today's a very special day for this whole podcast. I'm trying to say it, can't even say it correctly. It's a special day because today is the anniversary of this podcast. We've been rocking this thing for 1 year. 1 year we've been doing this thing. Actually been for 2 years, but 1 year covering Gamecock women's basketball. So shot o'clock to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, the platform that y'all make popular, the platform that y'all love, the platform that I love giving it to y'all. So we're doing a shot on that. Cheers, y'all. Woo! That warms it up, and already too hot. Jonathan McQueen, my God, what's up? What is up? Happy Saturday, Cam. We'll have to hit you on the email this coming week. And I'll be there, brother. And shouts out to the folks who emailed me, and I know I am behind on my emails. I am trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on the emails and all this other stuff, but I have not forgot about you. And Jonathan McQueen, just holler at your boy. Margaret W, what's up? How you doing? Lamar Donald, cheers. You already know, brother. Rich Finch, creative. Congratulations, brother. It's all about y'all. I'm just a catalyst for putting out information. But y'all the one to tune in and chime in and all that cool stuff to make me look good. So MiLaysia Fulwiley, Michelle Malone, what's up? What's up, Cap? What's up? Hey, Cap Will. And Michelle, and we had some technical difficulties a little bit earlier, and I was going to start recording before I was ready. I was playing some Rick Ross in the background. And, we got to calm that thing down now. I got, before here's a peek behind the curtain. This is a peek behind the curtain, Captain Will's curtain right here. So whenever I start a show, before I'm doing my preparation, trying to get my mind right, I'm playing some get hype music. I'm playing some Jay-Z. I'm playing some Rick Ross. I'm playing some to get me going. So it got me going. So Michelle Malone, I think you was on. So hey. All right, so we're going to revisit. Let's revisit the 2023 recruiting class. MiLaysia Fulwiley was ranked 13th in this class. And for anybody who saw this, anybody who follow, recruiting, and especially if you're a Gamecock fan and you've been rocking with South Carolina forever, or if you have seen MiLaysia Fulwiley with your own beady eyes when she was in high school or when she was in middle school, you know good and well that she shouldn't have been 13th in the recruiting poll. You know that. It was no way that 13 young ladies were better than her. 12 young ladies were better than her. No way. Said it then. Don't understand. And it's crazy. But let's revisit a little bit. So number one in that class was Juju Watkins. Juju Watkins was the number one player in that recruiting class, and she had an outstanding year at that other USC. She did. Can't lie. She shot the ball a lot, 22.3 times per basketball game. She averaged a bunch of points. Her usage rate was the number one usage rate in the country. Number one. And for the folks who don't follow, usage rate, that means the ball is in her hand all the time. So the ball was in her hand all the time. She took a bunch of shots, but she was sensational last season. So, Juju Watkins, shout out to you, girl. The next one, number two. Number 2 was Mikayla Williams. Mikayla Williams for LSU. She got a whole lot of fanfare. Going to LSU, got a number 2 ranked recruit. Got a number 1 ranked recruiting class of 2023. Mikayla Williams had a good season. She had a good season. But it wasn't nothing to get on the table and jump up and down. It wasn't nothing like, like Tom Cruise did back in the day on was it Oprah show, just jumping up and down on the couch. It wasn't none of those things. She had a good season. But she Fulwiley, let's keep it real. You wouldn't know MiLaysia Fulwiley. She played a whole bunch of minutes. But a lot of times the stats didn't prove it. She was a liability on defense. We know that too. So did she have a better year than MiLaysia Fulwiley? No. She did not. Number 3 on that list was Jaden Donovan. She went to Duke. She was number 3 ranked recruit. Did she have a better year than MiLaysia Fulwiley? No. She had an okay year. She had a typical freshman year. But it wasn't better than MiLaysia Fulwiley. Nobody ain't jumping up and down talking about Jaden Donovan and her amazing year that she had her freshman campaign. No. Hannah Hidalgo was a number 4 ranked recruit. She was number 4 ranked recruit for Notre Dame. And we saw what she did. We saw it at the first game of the season. First game of the season against Notre Dame, Hannah Hidalgo showed that she was her. She did. Now she got some help. Now. She got some help coming back in. And so I don't anticipate that she's going to take all those shots like she did this past season. But she had a really good year. And I think she has lived up to her recruiting ranking through 1 year. KK Arnold went to UConn. Now, UConn was decimated with injuries. So they decimated with injuries, which led KK Arnold to playing a lot. She wasn't supposed to play a lot last season, but she did. She played about 30 minutes a game. Our girl, MiLaysia Fulwiley, played about 18 minutes a game, and Malaysia averaged more points. Come on now. I mean, just saying, you averaged 30 minutes a game. Our girl averaged 18.1 minutes a game and outscore you? Huh. Okay. Aaliyah Del Rosario. She went to LSU. She what is it? 1, 2, 3, 6 ranked recruit. Okay. Maybe she'll pan out. But after that freshman year, it was a much to be desired. She was out of shape a good portion of the year. To my eyes, they are really, really looking for her to step up this upcoming season with Angel Reese gone. You got a ball now. You're 6'6". You got a ball now. Angel Reese is going to the W and all-star and lighting up records and all these different that and third. Is your time. It's time for you to live up to that billing. But you did have a year than MiLaysia Fulwiley. Montalia Dew. She didn't. Arizona. Zoe Brooks, North Carolina State. She didn't. Courtney Ogden from Stanford. She didn't. Talia Scott played outstanding offensive basketball for Arkansas. She did. Averaged about 20 points per basketball game. She had a great offensive season. Played a whole bunch of minutes. Took a whole bunch of shots. And I guess Arkansas didn't treat her right because she transferred out to Auburn. Really did. Transferred out to Auburn. We'll see what she got. But the last one that was ahead of MiLaysia Fulwiley was Madison Booker. Madison Booker had an outstanding year for Texas. But are there a bunch of players ahead of MiLaysia Fulwiley? If I had to wager on the odds of who's going to be the next superstar, it's MiLaysia Fulwiley. And I'm telling you right now, on July the 6th at 7:24 p.m., 1924, MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to show up and show out this year. She is going to show up. I just can't wait to see it. I always got to mention like minutes. I have to mention minutes because when you are comparing, sometimes you're comparing apples and oranges. Apples and oranges because everybody play different minutes. You have Fulwiley who averaged less than 20 minutes per basketball game. You have a player like Juju who averaged about 35 minutes per basketball game. And Hidalgo about 34. Whose greatness shined out more? Who was the highlight, the star, all these different things? I say like this right here. MiLaysia Fulwiley, if she played for Southern Cal, if she played for Notre Dame, she would have did the same things. If she had the keys to the kingdom to have the ball in her hands that much, she would have did the same thing. But much like Southern Cal, Notre Dame, Texas, they were watching us cut down the nets. They was watching MiLaysia Fulwiley get a championship. Imagine that. Imagine that. MiLaysia Fulwiley, this upcoming season, is the leading scorer returning to this team. Fulwiley. Camila Cardozo was the leading scorer for this basketball team. And you see her in the W. Fulwiley was number 2. Now, we spread the ball around. We do. But you're averaging almost 13 points per game, 18 minutes a game. I mean, is somebody going to argue? Is somebody going to say something in that regard that says that Fulwiley is not going to average, 23, 25 minutes a game? And that's a lot for South Carolina. Nobody's going to average 30 minutes for South Carolina. Just too deep, too talented. Nobody is. But if she get 25, 26 minutes a game, what will her numbers be? What will her numbers be? This past season, she was SEC all-freshman team. That's cool. That's cool. That's expected. She was the all SEC tournament team. Now we're some rarefied air right now when you're talking about the all SEC tournament team because you're talking about the best teams in the SEC, and obviously South Carolina won the tournament, but the best teams in the SEC, and she was on the team, the all SEC team, means that she was one of the best players in the tournament. She started playing her best basketball later in the season, and everybody started seeing it. This young lady not only was the all SEC team, she was the SEC tournament MVP. SEC tournament MVP in the conference. They had Angel Reese. In the conference, they had a Michaela Williams. In the conference, they had a Rakia Jackson. In the conference, they had our great players. So many wonderful players in the SEC. And she was it. She carried the crown. She sat on the throne saying, I was the best in the SEC tournament. I was the MVP. 18 minutes a game, huh? Y'all ain't seeing no 18 minutes a game this upcoming season. That ain't happening. MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to do some special things this season. My confidence in her ability to score the basketball is unmatched. Her ability to guard the best perimeter player is unchallenged. That's what she do. We just had a conversation with one of my brothers today. I was like, yo, talking about MiLaysia Fulwiley. She's a dog. She's a hooper. And she talks jump. We love that. We love all those things. It's basketball. It's not a timid game. You talk smack, regardless if you can play or you can't play. I can't play at all. I can't play a lick right now. I'm almost 50 years old, out of shape now. But I get on the court today, I'm going to talk some smack. I'm going to elbow somebody. I'm going to put my little weight on them. I put my old school body on them. They're going to feel it. And I'm going to talk some smack to it. I might score not now point in the basketball game. Not now one, but I get a couple of rebounds. Can you get a technical and pick up ball? I don't know, but I'll probably get one. MiLaysia Fulwiley is a hooper extraordinaire. And she's so special for South Carolina. 18 minutes a game, 44%. 44% from the field on 10 attempts. Ladies and gentlemen, she took half the shots that a player like Juju did. More than half. Less than half the shots than Juju did. Juju averaged 22 shots a game. MiLaysia Fulwiley averaged 10. Fulwiley had a better percentage than Juju. What does that mean? You can make it out what you want. What I'm saying is, if Fulwiley took 22 shots per basketball game, like some of her counterparts, her numbers would be out of control. 10 attempts. Out of those 10 attempts, 4 of those attempts were 3-point attempts. And she shot a clip of 34%. That's not bad. There's room for growth. But she'll shoot that thing. And she's not afraid, not intimidated. She's not afraid of the big shot. Free throw shooting, 78% on 3 shots per basketball game. All these numbers going to go up one more time. Fulwiley was the best scorer on our team last season. The best scorer. She didn't lead the team in points, but she was the best scorer on our team. She is still the best scorer on our team. I dare to say MiLaysia Fulwiley is the best scorer of the basketball in the SEC. Name somebody else. Name somebody else who is a better scorer than MiLaysia Fulwiley. I don't know nobody. In terms of the basketball in her hands, she's going forward, and you got to try to hope to guard her. Keep her away from the basket. Tough task, y'all. Tough task. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block shot per basketball game. 1 block shot per basketball game. 18 minutes, y'all. 18 minutes a game, and she was 10th in the conference in steals. 10th in the conference in steals. 10th. 9th in defensive win shares. 9th in the conference. So for defensive win shares, for the folks who's watching me and don't know what we're talking about defensive win shares. Her ability to play defense was 9th in the conference in terms of that defense relegating to a win for that team. 9th in the conference. She's not a player that you could just go by, that you could just blow blind. You can't do that with MiLaysia Fulwiley. She's going to guard you. And then she's going to shoot your lights out on the other end. She was also 10th in the conference in offensive rating. That's outstanding for a freshman. Outstanding. Come on now. Get this young lady some credit. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about the folks who are going to be watching it later, and then we're talking about, what she ain't doing, which I don't know what she ain't doing compared to others. Yeah, just the back and forth that I had is going in terms of folks comparing players, and if you have to compare players, then you got to look at the per 36. That's the only way you compare. And if you look at the per 36 in minutes played, and that's what everybody, on the same sheet of music playing 36 minutes and what are their output. I mean, MiLaysia Fulwiley she's her. She's her. It's nothing that makes me change my mind in that regard. It's nothing that makes me change my mind. Let's go through some of these questions and chats, and y'all are straight up talking about it, doing it. Lamar Donald Cap, I'm expecting MiLaysia Fulwiley to be in the lab getting better than she was last year. Those expectations are definitely happening. You can't say I want to start. You can't say, Coach Daly, I want to start in position. That's what I want. I want that. You can't say that and rest on your laurels. That doesn't occur. That doesn't occur. You know, when hoopers hoop. Something I love about those great hoopers who just love playing basketball. It's not like a challenge. It's not like I got to get up and work out. Oh, I got to go put up 200 shots. No, they want to get better. They want to get better. And she's a hooper. She's a hooper. That's what she do. Robert Aaron, take cap. Go Gamecocks. Three-time champions. You got it. Three-time champions. About to go after this season, going to be four-time national champions. Because we are going to win the chip. Have I said that before? That we're going to win the chip? Have I said that we are the best team assembled? Have I said that? Yeah, I think I have. We are the best team assembled. Everybody else is playing for second, third place. Because it ain't first place. It ain't. Regardless of the transfer portal, regardless of what you all are doing, it's not first place. Sorry for your loss. Lamar Donald, LSU will be lucky to be in the top 10. I don't know what maybe LSU going to surprise me because I'm not enthralled. I'm not I don't know what they're doing. You can't miss a recruiting cycle like they did in the class of 2024. And yeah, they got a player, they got a 4-star recruit, ranked number 90th from their crib, LSU, Louisiana. But they struck out on a lot of top players in this class. Just say, nah, I'm good. Now I'm good. I don't want to go to LSU. I don't want what y'all are serving out there. They struck out on Sarah. They struck out on Jelani. They struck out on Joyce. They struck out on so many players. And I think that's going to catch up with them. This is why they hit the transfer portal so hard. They did. They hit the transfer portal so hard because they missed out on recruits. And players transferred from LSU. I don't know what they're going to do. They got a couple of solid guards who are transferred in, but I guess that solved the point guard situation. They made a mistake in trying to get HVL to be a point guard. She never was a point guard, never will be a point guard. She's a shooting guard, but you didn't want to move, you just had to start MiLaysia. You had to start Flage. So he's like, oh, we're going to make HVL the point guard. That didn't work out. Rosario better ball. Rosario better ball this year. If she does not ball this year, LSU in trouble. They are in trouble. I'm just calling what I see it. And from LSU fans, yo, help a brother out because maybe y'all see something I don't. Just tell me something. Hit me up. A royal perspective, her and Joyce a dog. You got it. I mean, it's just from little old South Carolina. Got Fulwiley, Joyce Edwards, Ashlyn Watkins. Little old Carolina. Not Texas. We got millions upon millions and millions of high schoolers in California, New York, all these huge states. Little old South Carolina per capita be putting out ballers. It's crazy to see. I love it. MiLaysia Fulwiley, this one more. Malaysia is going to have an all-star season with several double games and later Gamecocks cruise to another undefeated season. Fulwiley gonna have a blast. She's gonna have a great. It's gonna be amazing. Gonna be awesome to see. And the first game is obviously November 4th against Michigan. We'll talk about Michigan at a later time. We'll talk about them at a later time. And it's talking season. So talking season. The season don't start until November, and it is July. We really pulling for content right here. Okay, we pulling for content. You know, y'all got some topics. You know, email me, DM me on Twitter. Let me know. Y'all control the show. Y'all do. Y'all control the show. But when we play Michigan in Las Vegas, this ain't no situation with Colorado and LSU. Not a situation. Michigan getting beat down by our second team. A Warriors perspective, I think Watkins is poised for a breakout season. Watkins is going to play ball this season. She's going to ball out. I'm talking about all SEC. She get the minutes all SEC easily. She's going to ball out. I can't wait to see, because she's getting better and better and better. Can't wait to see it this upcoming season. Can't wait to see it. Lamar Donald said Lay would get a minimum of 20 plus points and 10 or more assists per game. Brother, I love your enthusiasm as always. But yo, I mean, I don't know. I think your expectations for Lay on this basketball team is a little, out there, because I mean, the guards are crazy. Our guards are sensational. Our guards are special. So you still got Raven, Powell, Tessa, Bree, Maddy. Oh my. We have a gluttony of great players on this basketball team, because we don't need MiLaysia Fulwiley to score 20 points. You don't need that. You don't need that per game. No, we don't need that. We don't need that at all. You don't need that. We don't need to get 10 assists per game. That's Raven's job. You just get that ball, Raven gets you the ball, and you shoot. You score. So much fun. Shakim said Lay is the best guard South Carolina has. She's the best guard that South Carolina has. I mean, I think she will be the best guard that South Carolina has. I'm not going to bestow that on her, going into a sophomore season. I'm not going to say that. Not going to say that whatsoever. Because obviously experience matters. And don't lose sight of our two lead guards in Raven and Pow. Don't lose sight of that. Pow is the best shooter in the country. She's the best shooter in the country. Fulwiley is the best scorer, in my opinion, in the SEC. But Pow is the best shooter. She's the best shooter. And her leadership, her assists, all those differences. She was second on the team in assists behind Raven. And make no mistake about it. Mark my word, Pow, this upcoming season is going to ball. She's going to ball. Trust me when I say this. You have not seen the best of Tahina Pow. You ain't seen it. Trust me. She's going to ball. Raven is a dog. We know she's going to ball. I mean, that's an awesome statement. Shakim, what's up, my guy? That she's the best guard in South Carolina. I mean, she is the player that you cannot take your eyes off of. You can't go to the bathroom. You can't go get some chicken nuggets. You can't go get some sweet tea. You can't do anything when she is on the court. And if you're recording the game, you got to pause it to get back. Those are the things. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. Lamar Donald said, "Oh, you're going back? Okay, bet." A royal perspective. What about Maddy? For sure. We can. I've been on the table up and down often about Maddy McDaniel, saying how great she is and how great she's going to be for South Carolina. We Maddy is so good. Maddy is so good. And when it's unbelievable for me for me to like fathom this right here, that she's under the radar. And she was a 13th overall recruit in this class, the second best point guard in this class of 2024. She is elite. McDonald's All-American, Nike Summit, all those cool things, all those amazing all-star teams that Joyce and Sarah was on. Maddy was right there. She couldn't play because of her knee injury, but she is a baller. And if she was going to any other school in the SEC, you hear all these headlines talking about Maddy McDaniel. But she's going to South Carolina where they have guards that are ahead of her, so it's not on the forefront of everybody's mind. But make no mistake about it, Maddy McDaniel is the truth. And we are blessed to have Maddy McDaniel 4 years and under the tutelage of Dawn Staley and watching Raven and Powell and Bree and all these other great guards and people. Bro, woo, Lord. She came said, "Lay with the butter will have a breakout season this year." You got it. You got it. Michelle Malone, I have my eyes on Watkins. Yes, and yes. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. Day T, what's up, girl? She gets to the basket at will. She does. It's so effortless. It's so effortless how she gets to the basket. I mean, one-on-one, can she be guarded? Can you stay in front of her? That's the question. I don't know. A royal perspective, she has to learn from mental mistakes that are understandable for freshmen. Absolutely. Because she is a freshman and she's growing and she's learning and she's playing against grown women. When you're a freshman, you're talking about 4th, 5th year seniors. And she took it all in stride. But you're absolutely right. Those freshman mistakes, those talk tos, those stares that Dawn Staley gives, that Khadijah Sessions give, you see it. Winston Gannon be giving it to him. Y'all see it. Virgil, what's up, my brother? What is up? Lamar Donald Cap. Imagine Malaysia, Tahina, Bree, Raven, and Chloe all hitting better than 35% from three. Yo, that could happen. Matter of fact, that will happen. I don't know. My only concern is Chloe and shooting the three. We know she could if she shot more of them. Hopefully she will. But Malaysia's going to shoot over 35%. You know Tahina might be knocking at 50% this season. Bree shot at 39%. I think that she'll be about 40, 41. You know, Raven shot about 34, 35%. She's going to be getting closer to 38, 39% this season. You have to take a look now. Take a look at Maddy. I'm just saying. Take a look at Maddy. And one name you forgot was Tessa. Tessa shot 44% from three herself? Ooh. The best shooting team in the country. And it ain't even close. The best shooting team, the best defensive team is the University of South Carolina, three-time national champions. What? Word Perspective said dog lineup: Raven, Lay, Joyce, Bree, Watkins. Wow, that is really good. That's a really good lineup. I am not gonna lie. You got me smiling, man. You got me smiling. Raven, Lay, Joyce, Bree, and Watkins. I'm infatuated to see what Joyce does this season. I'm infatuated. I'm ready. I want to see what Joyce is going to do. I want to see what Adele's going to do. I just want to see it. I want to see the three freshmen on the court at the same time. I want to see that. Man. You know, when you get to the point, and UConn fans, y'all already know this. Y'all know this, and I was a hater. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie. I was a hater back in the day when UConn was winning all those championships and all the top players going to UConn. Oh, that's all they're talking about. Gino this, Gino that. Oh, Pat Summitt. Oh, winning championships. Oh my God, Candace Parker. Oh Lord, Tamika Catchings and Shamika Holsclaw. All these great players, and I can go on and on and on what UConn have. it's so crazy now that Carolina's in the same position. Carolina's in the same position. Is it a situation? Is it a situation right now where you have almost it ain't fair? It ain't fair, and not playing against the top teams, because the top team is going to have talent. Texas is going to have great talent. UConn going to have great talent. LSU, hopefully, they have great talent. I'm not saying on that end, but those mid-level teams, because 360 basketball teams in Division I, 360. Now there's going to be some times where Carolina's playing somebody who ain't got no business playing South Carolina. Those are the facts. So when South Carolina, because last year we were beating teams by 60 and 70 sometimes. Clemson, who? What? Oh, that game was nasty. That game was ugly. I was getting some popcorn because I was wondering, like, are y'all gonna do anything? I'm like, whoa. Then we beat Kentucky by 70? What? I mean, so the problem that the other teams have is that when there's a blowout situation, 20, 25 points, and Carolina, quote unquote, goes to their bench. Who's the bench? Who's the bench? Who you talk about? What's the bench for Carolina? If the bench is Joyce, Tessa, Maddy, Sakima, Adhel, that ain't no bench. Chloe, I don't even know who the bench. So the second five or whatever it is, going against those, you already got a lead by 20, 25, 30 points. What the lead is going to explode even more and more and more. I don't think it's fair. I'm saying this right now, July the 6th. I don't think it's fair. I think it should be a mercy rule. When you if the net rating for an opponent of South Carolina, if you are down by 40 and your net rating is 200 or worse, I think they should stop the game, call the game, wave it off, because you're about to get embarrassed and it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad for your outcome. It's gonna look bad for your for you as a person. Nobody wants to lose by 60, 70 points in a 40-minute game. Nobody wants to lose like that. But when you got 12 5-star recruits and 1 4-star, oh, Jesus, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I don't know what to do. If you have MiLaysia, Tessa, Joyce, Adhel, and Maddy coming off the bench, what is these teams going to do? What are they going to do? Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Just take your whooping and just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. Ain't nothing you can do. Virgil said, Cap, if Dawn sits Breezy down, how do you think she would handle it? I think, real talk. This is the cool thing. I think Breezy is one of the strongest players on this basketball team mentally. I really do. I think she's one of the strongest players on this basketball team. And if she isn't starting, and I've said that I think that MiLaysia is going to start, but I can also see Dawn rocking with what brought her to the table last season. I can see a scenario where Bree starts and MiLaysia continue to come off the bench and just do what she does. Because we put a lot of effort, especially me, we put a lot of effort on who starts. It's really about who finishes. And we watched the key games from last season. MiLaysia was there in crunch time. Tessa was there in crunch time. I think she would handle it like a champ if that was to happen. I really do. Bree, And I said I was going to say, I was going to change my mind. I think Breezy starts. Come on, I think Breezy's going to start. I know I waffle a little bit, but that's, today I've changed. And I think Breezy's going to start. I think it'll be Raven. I think it's Powell. I think it's Breezy. I think it's going to be Watkins. And I think it's going to be Chloe who's going to start. Now, you can also have a situation where Dada might start and Watkins in there. Or Chloe. It's really, and when you have a multiple team like that, we'll see, and it's all going to work out. It's all going to be figured out during summer camp and preseason and things like that. You remember when we scrimmaged Rutgers? Remember this Rutgers scrimmage? Feagin started. Okay, so things change. Rory's perspective, I said, I think Breezy is a wild card. Her role changes every game based on team needs because she's a utility piece. She's a utility piece. I want her to continue to build and grow from what she did last season. Her first starting role as a Gamecock. I do. DT, LSU will be all right. There are going to be girls that want to play under Simone Augustus. And you're right, DT. You are right because and I think that trend is starting with the class of 2025 because they are high on multiple recruits in the class of 2025. Something basically the same recruits that South Carolina is recruiting, LSU is recruiting as well. And pretty much we're in the top tier in terms of those players. And it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to be a domino effect because neither team is going to get a whole bunch of guards. Going to get all the guards, about the fours. It's going to be like a trickle-down effect. So they're going to get some. We're going to get some. Everybody's going to get a little piece of the pie. They really are. Cameron Johnson. I was shocked Jazzy Davison eliminated South Carolina from a list. As a Duke fan, I thought that is where she was headed. Can't wait for Duke versus South Carolina. Yo, we're going to talk about Jazzy tomorrow. I want to talk about Malaysia, but we're going to talk about Jazzy because y'all know I had affection for Jazzy Davison coming over to South Carolina. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. And yeah, we'll talk about that. Look out for that tomorrow night sometime. Not quite sure yet, but we'll be going live tomorrow. Y'all will find out about it. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.